Hi, I'm Sareth. I'm diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder and PTSD. There was a doctor the last time I was in the psych ward who was I don't know, it was weird. He was nice, but it was like there was a feeling that he had a superiority complex. It was really weird. Anyway, he wanted to diagnose me with borderline personality disorder. I'm not borderline. I ended up talking to the psychiatrist I have now and I've had for years. When I got out of there, he was new. I talked to him and I talked to my new therapist, and they both agreed. They're like, you don't have borderline. And apparently there was this fad or whatever going around with psychiatric people at the time of diagnosing a lot of people with borderline. Like, it was the popular diagnosis or whatever. That's what I was told by healthcare professionals. I'm not just saying that. Anyway, I Googled him after I got out. And like I said, he was nice. He seemed nice, but it was like there was an ulterior motive under there. And I don't know if that was my paranoia or if it was actually him. But anyway, he apparently, when I Googled him, he had been fired from his last job across state for showing up to work drunk. And he had moved here, and it was like the only place that would hire him or something. And eventually he got fired from there too. And I was like, well, that makes me feel great about the care I was receiving. Because, like, I get that people will drink, people need a release and stuff sometimes, but don't show up to work. Don't show up to a psychiatric ward drunk. Just don't do that. At one point, I made a friend, and we played basketball out in the hallway and everything with a balled up piece of paper, a trash can. And we had like two teams. Like, there are several people playing anyway. But the one guy that I ended up making friends with, I gave before he left. I gave him my phone number and my contact information and everything. And when I got out and I told my wife, she was so mad. She was like, you don't make friends in the psych ward. You don't give out your personal information to people you don't know in the psych ward. Guy turned out to be fine. He actually lived with us for a short while, and we haven't talked in a long time, but we're still like Facebook friends and stuff. So he ended up being alright, thankfully. Because my argument was like, well, I'm in the psych ward. I'm not, a dangerous person or anything. Not a sound argument, but that was my argument. So, comment with a video topic or a question or your story down below. Subscribe while you're down there, and hopefully I will see you guys in another video. Bye.